Are you here all by yourself?
Ma'am, I'm 8 years old. You think I would be here alone? I don't think so.
This is Peter Rosenthal, head film critic for The Onion. In today's Cinema Classics segment, I'm going to be looking at Home Alone, the hit holiday comedy starring Macaulay Culkin as young Kevin McAllister, who, after he's accidentally left behind by his vacationing family, has to defend his home from two dim-witted burglars with a series of elaborate traps, events that surely could have been avoided if Kevin's father owned a gun and taught him how to use it. The film begins with the McAllister family rushing to the airport for their flight to Paris, and in the mayhem, they mistakenly leave Kevin behind. This is not their only instance of reckless behavior. Kevin's dad, played by John Hurd, has no firearms in the house that his son can use to defend himself when the criminals arrive. Fancy trips to Paris are nice, but you know what's even nicer? The peace of mind that your home is secure and that your children know how to defend themselves with a firearm. In Home Alone's most memorable sequence, Kevin rigs the house with a number of booby traps. And while these scenes might be entertaining, they're also dangerously misleading. If you have two seasoned criminals coming after your child, do you want him to protect himself with an obstacle course of toys? Of course not. You want him equipped with a firearm and the muscle memory that comes from patient, responsible training. Paint cans aren't going to save you. Only a gun can do that. Our founding fathers knew this. That's why they wrote the Second Amendment. Paul Revere didn't yell, "The British are coming," arrange your Christmas ornaments and zip lines. He grabbed a musket and defended his land. One of the more troubling aspects of this film is that it trains children to think that criminals are as goofy and inept as Harry, played by Joe Pesci, and Marv, played by Daniel Stern. The fact is, there are bad people in this world, and when they get a hold of you, they're going to do a lot more than give you a talking to. They'll hogtie you and shoot your brains all over the wall. If the McAllisters were responsible parents, the movie would have ended about 30 minutes in, after Kevin first spots the wet bandits on his property, grabs his dad's gun, and shoots to kill. If you detect a trespasser and fear bodily harm, deadly force is protected by law, and each of my children knows this. At one truly ridiculous turn, Kevin tries to stop the men by placing ornaments on the floor under the windowsill. My son would have known to duck behind the Christmas tree, steady his weapon with both hands, turn around, and eliminate the threat quickly and lethally. Now, I also want to talk about Kevin's traps. The burning doorknob, the blowtorch. These devices aren't safe. They could set the house on fire. A gun, responsibly used and maintained, is extremely safe. Personally, I keep a Beretta 92 FS on my nightstand loaded with Hydroshock hollow points. I can grab it and fire without even having to get out of bed. All my kids, including my youngest, an 8-year-old boy just like Kevin, know where to find it and what to do with it. But precisely because of its pitfalls, Home Alone is an excellent teaching tool. Every holiday season when my family gathers to watch this film, I use it as an opportunity to remind my wife and kids that if you don't put in the time on the shooting range, you're just a sitting duck. I can tell you this much. If Harry and Marv ever broke into my house, they wouldn't be slipping on little toy cars. They'd be slipping on their own blood. For The Onion's Film Standard, I'm Peter Rosenthal.